Right. Good morning. Well, good afternoon from the Netherlands. It's 7 hours later than in the US at the moment. So good morning to you. Good afternoon from the Netherlands. My name is Ingrid Lecoultre. I'm from Hon University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands, and I'm the incoming exchange coordinator for our business school. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the university, about the Netherlands, and what it would be like to study here. Firstly, the Netherlands. Well, we're a tiny country in the eastern part in Western Europe. So we are across the channel from the United Kingdom, as you can see here. To give you an idea of how small we are to travel from north to south, you would do that in about 3.5 to 4 hours by car, and from east to west, it's about 2.5 to 3 hours. We border on Belgium, Luxembourg, and Germany. Just a little bit about the Netherlands. You may be aware that most of our land is below sea level, so a lot of it has been reclaimed. We have about 18 million inhabitants, so we're a densely populated country. And you probably recognize the windmills. Those are what our windmills look like for many years. Obviously now we have more modern windmills as well for wind energy mostly, and we use pumps to pump out the water from the reclaimed land. Because we're such a small country, it's very, very easy to travel around by public transport. We have all forms of public transport, and it's easy to get around and see the whole country. We're also considered the gateway to Europe. We have one of the largest ports in the world in Rotterdam, so a lot of our goods arrive from the port and are moved on to the rest of Europe from there. We also have one of the largest airports, so Amsterdam Schiphol Airport is also a hub where a lot of goods come into the country, but also where people arrive to travel to the rest of Europe. Dutch society, we are a kingdom, so we have a royal family. So this is a photograph of the royal family. Our king is William Alexander, and he's married to Queen Maxima, and she's originally from Argentina. So we have an international royal family. They're called the House of Orange, even though our flag is red, white, and blue. Our national color is orange. Because we're such a small country, we're very internationally oriented, so we're very service oriented. We do a lot of import-export, and also because of that, most of the people speak a foreign language. English is widely spoken. Most people can speak English, and French and German are also still very common. Apart from public transport, because we're a relatively flat country, we bike everywhere, so it's very easy and very cheap to get around in your local area by bike. Students often buy a cheap secondhand bicycle, or they rent a bicycle for the time that they are with us. Being a small country, we like to travel abroad, so the Dutch, very few Dutch people actually stay in Holland during the holidays, so we tend to travel to other parts of Europe or other parts of the world. We're very central as well, so to get to Paris it only takes about 3 hours by train, and London and Berlin 5 or 6 hours. So there are very fast trains as well to travel through Europe. Right, Hon International School of Business, that is the business school. That's where I'm from, and that's the agreement that we have with UW-Stout. We are part of Hon University of Applied Sciences. We have 2 campuses. We have, I'll show you on the map just now where they are. The one is in Arnhem, and the other one is in the city of Nijmegen. And in total, we have around 37,000 students. Within the business school, we have 2 bachelor degree programs that are taught entirely in English. That's communication and international business. And then we also have an exchange program, so the International School of Business Exchange program, which obviously is also taught entirely in English. Within the business school, we have around 1,700 students, international students from 60 different nationalities. And a regular exchange semester we will have around 100 students. So in total for the full year, we would have around 200 exchange students. Some come for a semester, some come for a full academic year. Our academic year runs very similarly to your academic year. As I mentioned, we have two campuses. So here you'll see Arnhem. We're on the eastern border, so we are near Germany. It's only a few, it's a very short trip from Arnhem to Germany, and Nijmegen, which is a little bit further south, is even closer to Germany. The business school is situated on our campus in Arnhem. We're about an hour from Amsterdam, so by train it's about an hour, just over an hour and a half to the airport. We're a medium-sized city compared to the rest of the Netherlands. We have around 150,000 inhabitants, of which about 10,000 are students. So there are some other universities in the area as well. And if you're familiar with European history, one of the important battles that was fought in Arnhem was called Operation Market Garden during World War II. And there's a film that was made on that battle, and it was called A Bridge Too Far. So if you're interested, you can look that up. Okay, these are just some photographs of Arnhem. Arnhem is situated on the River Rhine. We have, as most Dutch cities have, car-free shopping districts. We are quite a green city. We have more hills than a lot of the cities in the Netherlands because we are further east. And we have most of our student life in terms of clubs, restaurants, terraces, parties that all take place in the city centre, and that is also where most of our students live. Right, as I mentioned, Amsterdam Schiphol Airport is our main airport, and it's very easy to take a train from there to Arnhem. The train station is actually at the airport. Then on campus, we have, obviously, we are a European cities university, so that we have smaller campuses than the American campuses. We have less space, and which also means that students don't actually live on campus, they live off campus. On campus, we have various facilities, a cafeteria, a multimedia center, we have a shop, etc. We don't actually have any sports facilities on campus, but in the city, you're able to buy a student sports card, which gives you discount on about 40 or 50 different sports. So it's possible to to do a lot of sports in the city. Before the start of our semester, we always have an orientation for our exchange students when we tell you all about how things work. We also have a buddy program, so during orientation you will meet other students who will help you around. We work with small classes, so we don't have, we work with small groups. We have very interactive classes, no large lecture halls. Our education is very project-based as well, so there's a lot of group work involved, so very intercultural, so you'll learn to study with other students and learn about their cultures as well. And there is an academic coordinator who is also the study coach, so if you have any problems, it's easy to discuss them with her. And if you have any special circumstances, you can also study with those. For example, if you need extra time or you have any other requirements, we can arrange those for you as well. We made a video to show you what it's like to study with us, to study as an exchange student in the Netherlands. I'm not going to show it to you now, but if you go to YouTube and you fill in 5 reasons to go on exchange in the Netherlands, you'll be able to see the video. It's also on our website. It's very nice because it actually is filmed with a real exchange students. Okay, the exchange programs that we offer, you have the option to study with us for 1 or 2 full semesters at the International School of Business in the exchange program, but we also have short courses. So we have a winter school in January and a summer school in June and July. These are the 3 summer or winter schools that we offer. I'll show you a little bit more about that later on. But to start with the semester exchange program, we have 2 options. You can either design your own program, which means you can choose from any of these subjects. There usually are no clashes in schedule because we manage the schedule so that you can take most of the subjects next to each other, so it won't cause any conflicts in schedules. Each of the modules is worth 7.5 European credits. This would be equal to about 15 to 18 US credits. We also have block exchange programs, as we call them. So these are programs that are from our bachelor degree programs. You can do a full semester in communication or a full semester in international business, and we have various specializations. We also have 3 semester programs. We call them minors. Our students do a minor in their 3rd year, and they can choose to do a minor at our university or at another university in the Netherlands or abroad. And then we also receive students at home for our minors. So we have 3 minors, that's Asian Studies, Latin American Business Studies, and Data-Driven Decision Making. The only restriction with these programs is that at the moment it's not possible to combine subjects from the different programs. We are working on integrating the exchange program into our regular degree program, but there will be more information on that in the course of next year. So for now, it's not possible to combine any of these programs. Accommodation. So for the semester exchange, we guarantee accommodation, so you can register for accommodation through your exchange application. It's quite difficult to find your own accommodation in the Netherlands. That is why we have an agreement with the owner of various buildings who rent out student accommodation. Most of our exchange students live together, and you'd be living in a shared apartment, furnished apartments, self-catering, and you'd have your own bedroom, and you would share a kitchen and a bathroom with 2 or 3 other students. The accommodation is very centrally located in the city centre, and it's within walking distance of the bus and train station. So to get to campus is about 5 minutes by bus, 5 minutes by train, about 15 minutes by bus, or you can cycle to campus. A lot of students get a second-hand bicycle or rent a bicycle and cycle to campus. These are just some photographs of the accommodation. So this is the building where most of our business exchange students live, and they're basically apartments with 3 or 4 bedrooms, your own bathroom, or at least a bathroom to share and a kitchen to share. As I said, most of our student life takes place within the city centre. We have an International Student Association, and they also organise events on campus. So they will organise guest speakers, trips to other parts of Europe. You can sign up for those. They also organise social events or films on campus or parties in a club in the city centre. And at the end of each semester, they organize a gala, so either a boat gala in the summer or a gala in a different venue in the winter, at the end of the winter semester. And as you can see, there are lots of bars and restaurants. In the summer season, it's nice to sit outside. We have a lot of terraces where you can enjoy your free time. Then we have winter and a summer school. These are also small groups. The winter school is in January, so from the 10th to the 28th of January next year. We have one course that's being offered in that period of time. And then in the summer, we have 3 programs. It's about 2 US credits for the program. It's 3 weeks, and it's very interactive. It's very practice-based, and it also includes company visits and cultural excursions. These are the 3 courses that we offer. The first is European Culture, Business and Entrepreneurship. So this program is offered in both winter and summer. So basically you would get some workshops and seminars on business topics, on European culture, and you would also have some workshops on skills training, such as personal branding, presentation skills, etc. And then throughout the 3 weeks, you would work on a research project called The Quest. So you would choose a topic, and with 2 or 3 other students, you would work on the project and then present the results at the end of the course. And there are also company visits included relating to the different topics that you would get throughout the course. Supply chain management is only offered in the summer. Obviously, it's about logistics and supply chain, also related to the Netherlands. And throughout the course, you would work on a case study to fully redesign the Western European supply chain of a fictitious company called Samsonic. And then at the end of the course, you would then present that. And the case study basically allows you to to put into practice all the knowledge that you have acquired during the workshops and the seminars. This is a new program. We have a full semester program in data-driven decision-making in business, and then they've selected one aspect of it for a short course. It basically teaches you how to use smart data to enhance organizational performance. So you'll get an overview of the most common techniques used in data science and how to connect the technical expertise of data scientists to a specific business expertise. And this course focuses on marketing and sales. The full semester program also includes logistics and supply chain. Because the short courses take place before our exchange students have actually left and completed their semester with us, the accommodation for the short courses is not in the student accommodation, but in a youth hostel, which is quite close to the city centre and also has a lot of communal areas where you can socialise. The short courses are full-time programs, but obviously you have time on the weekends to discover the rest of the Netherlands or to travel to other parts of Europe. Okay, the costs, if you were to come and study with us for a full semester, you would have to budget on around, I worked out it was about $1,172 per month. So that would include everything to accommodation, your insurances, food and public transport, etc. The winter and summer schools, we have an all-inclusive fee. So they are, if you come on the basis of exchange, which is what the semester courses are also on the basis of exchange. So you don't pay any tuition with us. You only pay tuition to your own university. The winter and summer schools are also on the basis of exchange. So basically, you would pay only for all the other services such as accommodation, the pickup service, transport to and from campus, and all the company visits and excursions on weekdays. So the all-inclusive fee for that is 1,500 euros, which is about 1,700 US dollars. And you would have to budget on about 20 euros a day on top of that for meals. So the total costs without all the extra traveling and excursions that you would do would be around $2,300 for 3 weeks. Okay, so for more information, you can visit our website, hanuniversity.com. If you select exchange programs, you'll see all the exchange programs that we have, and short courses show you all the summer and winter programs. These are my details, so if you have any questions, you're welcome to send me an email. And we also obviously have social media, so if you want to check us out on social media, you can take a look at our Facebook and Instagram pages. What I forgot to mention is we have an international community within International School of Business. They consist of students and staff members who are very involved in organizing activities for international students. So they organize activities on campus, excursions, all sorts of activities to help students settle in the Netherlands. If you want to see what our campus looks like, we also have a virtual campus tour, which the link is on our website, but also on YouTube, so you can also check that out there. Okay, that was my presentation. So if you have any questions.